Read all those comments, but I want to shift to talking basically meant to control risk.
All right, so made it to the Autobahn Country Club here in Joliet, Illinois. We're here for Gridlife Chicagoland, and I did not really film at all on the way here because Chicago traffic in the morning on a weekday is ridiculous. But we made it on time. I gotta go get my ticket, get my wristband, and then I have to make my way to the tower for the mandatory meeting in order to get my vest. So let's get to it. So I was doing a day in the life the other day at home, which I thought was interesting. If that video is out now, I'll link it. If not, it's because I decided not to post it. But I have done a previous vlog before where I went to Gridlife Midwest. It was not my first time there. It was my 7th time there, but it was my 2nd time as a photographer. So since then, I've gone to Wisconsin, up in Road America for the Summer Apex. And now I'm at Autobahn Country Club here in Joliet, Illinois. So this is the Chicagoland, or otherwise known as the OG Gridlife, from what I've heard. It's a 3-day event. This is the first day, so it's Friday. And this whole day in the life is simply me just being a wannabe motorsport photographer, because I don't do motorsport photography typically, but this year I have done no private shoots one-on-one. I've only done event shooting. It's a lot of practice. It's a lot of skill that I've developed over the last few motorsport events. But for this vlog, the hope is that I can do a little bit of recording here and there. I'm using my phone right now because my GoPro, my Sony, I need to save for the actual shooting itself. But I'm hoping to do a little bit of vlogging here and there with my phone. I might look silly doing it, but I don't know. I just want to bring you guys along with, and I think it's a really good opportunity to see what it's all about. I have about a 5-10 minute walk to get to the tower that we have to go for the mandatory meeting. So I'm gonna catch you guys here in a second because I gotta get walking. And actually, before I go, I just want to show you how cinematic it looks right now here. Look at that, dude. Woo! Glad I brought the FRS this time. We're gonna be walking through all of the corral, the paddock where all the race car drivers are, which I drove through. So they say there's really no restriction on parking except for don't be near the race car drivers, and I'm near the race car drivers. Ooh. I probably shouldn't have, but I've done it at every Gridlife event now. I've driven through the paddock by mistake or by design. I just want to feel like I'm a part of them, you know, like I'm a race car driver. Need a soda.
Autobahn. Never been here. This is a private country club. That is where all the rich people are. That is off limits.
So meeting's done. I'm actually taking my extra gear back to my car because we don't have a media center here to work out of, and I don't like leaving my extra gear anywhere if it's not like cut off from other people. So run that out to the car real quick and I'll get back to it. I think this might make me actually park a little bit closer either today or tomorrow, depending on how often I walk back out here. Because really, I just want to be able to dump my photos whenever I feel the need to. But we'll see, because I have multiple SD cards. And if I can survive on those SD cards without having to dump any of them, then I won't even need to bring my computer with. But yeah, I mean, look at this. There's just me and this Hyundai out here. But also check this out. That's the car that's ripped it past me coming in. Nice. Because I'm mostly gonna be having the 7200 on my camera, I'm gonna actually be using my iPhone as my secondary. So I have it geared up with my accessories and like a filter and everything. So that way I can just quickly take it out and take some pictures and be on with it. So if you haven't seen that video series yet of using your phone for photography, check it out. I'll leave it in the description down below for you to go look at it, because I don't have 2 cameras. So having a secondary that's your phone is quick, easy, accessible, and you already own it, so might as well use it, right? right, so I just got some food, and we're actually going to be going around to a different part of the track. So apparently we're able to drive our cars over to the opposite side. We're going to run over there and see what it's all about. Also, check this out. This orange on this Honda is actually pretty freaking sweet. I saw it pull in earlier, and having an orange car myself, I usually am pretty kind of biased as far as the color of other orange cars goes, but that one was actually pretty dope. So I don't know what the color is called, but it looks pretty similar to mine. It's a little bit deeper, a little bit darker of an orange, and mine is a little bit brighter, but it actually looks pretty sick. This is a 2013 FRS. If you've never seen it before, I've got a couple videos of it on my page, but this is a hot lava, and it's kind of hard to tell on camera, but there's a metallic flake in it, so it changes with the sun and how it's hitting it, and it looks pretty dope. Again, I think that Honda down there was the closest I could find yet that looks similar to this. Now, the director of the media, forget how to say her name all the time, says that this area over here is pretty cool because there's a bunch of garages over here, and they are all private, so you can't go inside of them or around them, obviously. Apparently you can get a pretty good shot of the cars with those garages in the background. So I'm looking at a couple right now in front of me, and these things are legitimately garage mahals, as she also described them. So we're gonna go check it out. Apparently there's like this side road that we can go down somewhere. I'm not exactly sure. You guys ever get that feeling that you're not supposed to be somewhere, and then people start staring at you, and you're like, I should probably go? I just had that moment. So there's like a bunch of these little like roads, like little tiny roads that you can go down. And I went down this one thinking it was the one that I needed to go through to get to these turns. And there's a couple guys that were staring at me, but they also had cameras, and they were taking pictures of me, probably because, you know, the car or whatever. But then I get to the end of that road, and it was gravel at the end. I was like, wait a minute, this doesn't feel right. I don't think I'm supposed to be here. And I just went ahead and turned around, looked at the map. It was definitely not the correct road. It doesn't make any sense. This is all like the go-karting area down here, and you're supposed to be able to go that way. I don't know what I'm doing here. The title of this video is literally gonna be, you know, day in the life of a wannabe motorsport photographer. This is like the unprofessional cut of me not knowing what I'm doing. No, I was correct. I just had to turn left. There's this road apparently goes down and connects, and then we go right here. I don't like how this feels, but we were told that we can come over here and just go park up in the grass and get some shots in. But I'm definitely gonna be referring to the map heavily, because all this area back here is considered private for members. This definitely feels illegal. So I think we continue going down this way, we turn, and then there's like this grassy area, and then we look back towards these, and that's what's gonna be in the background. Look at, there's a spot right there. It says Autobahn Realty. You can literally buy something here. Maybe I look like I belong here. I definitely don't. But okay, let's see. I gotta figure out where I'm supposed to go over here, because this feels so sketchy. That's the racetrack right there. Okay, so according to my map and her instructions, this grassy area right here, not the grassy area right by the track, is where we're allowed to park. So you can see all of those giant garages that we just drove past, if I can talk. There's a couple over here, and then you can also see there are people up there, part of the media team, I'm sure. So if I'm not supposed to be here, somebody will definitely tell me. But the map that she gave us, this is so cool. I'm glad I drove the FRS. It's kind of rough coming in here with how grassy it is and how bumpy it is, but dude, look at this shot with all the very expensive garages in the background that I would probably never be able to afford. That was a very long-winded sentence. Oh, let's check it out. This feels so illegal. I hope you guys can see me, because I can't see you very well. I mean, I can see you clearly, but I can't see how you see me. Does that make sense? Oh, sweet, I'm not the only one out here. Another dude just showed up. See him down? Oh, you can barely see him down there. I got the ultra wide on, but look at this, dude. Just to give you the full look. of what it is I'm looking at right now. This is insane. I got a weird question for you guys. Were you guys the ones that took the pictures of the orange FRS that came down this way and turned around? That was me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, can I see nice to meet you, man. I'm Joe.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, can I see the picture?
Yeah, let me pull them up.
I had no idea where I was going because I was told we can go like over there. I was like, this doesn't look right, so that's why I turned around. But I saw you guys.
Let me see. I don't know where you're at. Because I was using the super long one. Let me find you.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah, with the sick on there.
Yeah.
The license plate is fire.
Thanks, man.
You coming in?
Yeah,
I can get your contact info and send them to you.
Yeah, dude. You have an Instagram?
No, my Instagram got banned. So
Would you?
Yeah, I don't get Insta, but like I got anything else. Anything else. I got like whatever you want.
Yeah. So, I can give you my email.
Yeah, no, that could work.
Yeah.
I just write it down. And...
Bro, what you be posting on Instagram?
Yeah. No, I got hacked. Not banned. My bad. I got hacked. Yeah, I just haven't made a new one. I'm too lazy. It's right in there. Then I'll screenshot it. Yeah.
Heck yeah, dude.
I can send them through probably tonight or something.
Dude, yeah, take your time. I just my car, nobody normally takes pictures of it, and I noticed you guys. I was like, either they're looking at me, judging me because I'm not supposed to be down here, or they're taking pictures. And I saw your camera come up. I was like, oh no, he's taking pictures.
Oh, yeah, I was using the long one. That's why I so zoomed in. I was using the 800.
Yeah.
So when you were here, like it just wasn't in focus.
Oh, nice, nice. No.
Yeah, because this has to be like
yeah, like yeah.
You are,
those look badass though.
Get the truck.
Yeah, get the truck, man. Maybe they'll come over. Well, thanks so much, Jeffrey.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I did not pick up the camera that much to record and whatnot, but it's just after 3 o'clock on day one, and I'm crapped out, dude. There's not a lot of shaded area at this track unless you go to like the overlook and you go to the cafe where you can get food and whatnot. So I got a decent amount of pictures. I went through one 64 gigabyte SD card, and then I started using my 128 gig, which I normally use for video, but I didn't get probably too much over 1,000 photos. The thing about it is, for me in motorsport, is I get a lot of really blurry photos, so I try to be very mindful of how many shots I was taking and actually focus on targeting specific cars that I want to shoot, and also targeting specific areas where I want to get a very specific look. So I've been trying to focus on enhancing my skill in that area. I'm exhausted. I've been here since like 7:30 this morning, and I'm more than likely going to be coming tomorrow. Not going to be here all day like I was today, but yeah, I'll come back tomorrow, probably not Sunday. The thing about this track is that there's not that many great spots for photos. It's very small, very limited to where we're allowed to go, and even then it's a different kind of atmosphere versus the other ones. This is just strictly driving. Like, there's no festival, so there's not as many people here, there's not as many drivers. There's literally only 3 drift cars today, which it's Friday. I'm sure there will be a lot more tomorrow, which is the main day, so we'll figure it out. And this is my first time at this event too, and I think it's important to at least get a feel for what it's like. Even if it's 3 days long, you don't have to go all 3 days, just kind of go 1 or 2 of the days. So if you're efficient enough of a photographer, you can get pretty much all the shots that you will ever need at an event like this in just 1 day. So you don't have to shoot every single day or go every single day. I'm not a professional motorsport photographer, and I really just want to make sure when I am going and taking photos, I'm very intentional about it. But that's it. I got an hour drive home, and I don't know if this is gonna be split up into 2 different videos, just because I don't know how much I've recorded, and I want to make sure that it's not too stupid long for you guys. But if this is the end of the video, thanks for watching. If not, in about 2 seconds, you'll see my face again.
That's so cool.